Good evening, this is Kuro. Got a Tier 7 game in my Shiratsuyu, going over the matchmaking real quick. Genno Radar, Akatsuki, Farragut, Gaede, Mutsuki. Rounding out the threats to my ship. Standard battle on fault line. And gonna talk a bit about Shiratsuyu. This ship is gonna be the torpedo powerhouse of the season. Particularly if you run her like I do with torpedo reload. If you do notice, I am still running the standard or the stock gunfire control system. That's limiting my gun bloom to 10 kilometers. Basically lets me disengage faster, saves me some smokes, things like that. I'm I'm looking at that Perth because he's already popped hydro, and you know, I mean, hell, I couldn't even torp him here unless I use torpedo reload. So I don't know what that's about, but whatever. He's pushing with me, and he's pushing aggressive with me. I'm not gonna knock it. We do have some retards in chat, and I've got, very little tolerance for that kind of bullshit. Somebody let their 7-year-old out on the game. Now here, just pre-firing torpedoes. Now I'll be honest here, I completely thought that I was in my Akatsuki when I took this fight. I've been rotating the two, and I just didn't look that close what I was doing. And I noticed right here, I went, wait a minute, I don't have two guns in the back. Shit. But, this is one of the idiosyncrasies that you've got to deal with when you're Shiratsuyu. You don't have the super firing rear turrets like most Japanese DDs, so you have to give some broadside to kite. Now, gun-wise, you still hit hard. You're short one gun compared to Akatsuki, but you're just as nasty. Now, again, Gunbloom, that DD, he had isolated himself. His support was outside 10 kilometers. As soon as he smoked up, boop, I'm off. And that's one of the benefits why I like to run the stock gunfire control module on a lot of ships. Mahan, almost all of the US DDs. I prefer the stock gunfire control system. All of the torpedo reload boats. The idea being that, save yourself the smoke just by being able to disengage quicker. Kite out and just be able to disengage. So here, I notice, okay, I've got some guys coming this way. They're fat boats, they're slow boats. They're not really committed this way, though. The Colorado's turning in, so I'm going to keep going this way. I think that was an Algerie torp. But this is one of those situations that we've killed off one of their DDs so quickly out here that a lot of times you end up with people that get really skittish on pushing if they don't have a destroyer in front of them. And I understand that. I would be sketchy on pushing if I didn't have, vision in front of me as well. What I'm trying to do here, I don't want to have my guns locked on targets. I've talked about this a lot in prior videos. When I want to try to drop off, you know, I just go on ahead and do this. Now, RPF is telling this Fuso that he is located, and I think that may be why he's, he's going to make this move. Because it doesn't really make a lot of sense to make this turn when, it's appearing that the fight's over here. Instead, he's making this radical turnout. Ultimately, it's going to save his bacon from these torp spreads, and it's just very annoying for me. But right here, I'm making the decision, do I want to play this aggressive, or do I just want to take the safe route and just fall back? And I've committing here to, I'm going to play this aggressive, and gonna try to sneak right down the border. Hi, baby. So I know right now that this is gonna come to guns. I wait till I'm actually detected, and we're gonna go ahead and get this on. The guns do have pretty good fire chance, like most of the Japanese DDs. Okay, usually not that good, but I'll take it. Just throwing one set of torpedoes out there. I'm expecting he's going to continue to slow down, try to dodge torpedoes or something to that effect. Really good fire chance right now. Of course, my torpedoes are going to clean his clock. But again, short gun range, immediately dropped off. I did lose a little bit more HP than I wanted there, but stubborn target, yada yada. Now, I'm already seeing issues here, and that is, I don't think that this is going to hold. Look how many ships versus that. I don't think it's going to hold. And I'm trying, basically the best thing that I can do right now is get inside the cap. I'm hoping that that Fuso that it just YOLO'd, seemingly pointless into the cap will kind of convince some of these guys that they need to fall back to their base, because that's really what needs to happen. We need to get on the cap, and we need to pull these guys back to defend their base, because our base is wide open. And if you look, we've got one Mutsuki now that's gonna try to hold all this back. It's just not gonna happen. This guy doesn't see what I see. I'm trying to let my team know right now, hey, this is coming. Gaeta versus Mutsuki. Mutsuki's dead. At that range, she can't even smoke up. So here I'm just getting aggressive. These guys are even kiting out. I just need to get these guys dead and off the cap as soon as possible. So just gonna open up on them, and if I lose some HP, I lose some HP. That fire appears to be sticking. And again, maintaining my distance. As soon as I dropped off, I immediately lost being detected by these cruisers. These two in particular, this engagement, if I would have been running the upgraded gunfire control system, 20 seconds these guys would be able to shoot at me. Instead, I instantly drop off. Mutsuki's down, our base is wide open, and my team just doesn't see it. You know, back when they were here, they could have made the push. Now, the game's lost at this point. Just trying to get some extra damage. I expected these guys to try to stall the cap, and this is why the game's lost. These guys are able to stall their cap, whereas nobody here is able to stall our cap. As soon as you get multiple ships on the cap here, it's all over. So I'm using torpedo reload, just literally trying to flood this with as many torpedoes as I can. Algeri's pushing back to contest the cap as well. So, you know, all of it is, you know, needs to be considered. They've just stepped on our cap. Yeah, he don't want none. Egglay's pushed out of the cap. I'm trying to get this guy to push up there and run to the base. He's fast enough. Maybe he can do it. But it's so painful watching this. Because this is something that I saw a long time ago. Egglay's not going to be able to resist. He's going to start shooting, and he's going to die. Yep, there he's getting shot. Whoop, just lost all of his HP. Now he can no longer reset cap. And that really clinches the game here. So here I was hoping that somebody would actually be able to smash this thing. It is a Pensacola that doesn't have anything for armor. But you can see we're rapidly getting outcapped. And again, as soon as I killed the Pensacola with my guns, again, dropped off target. There's so many different plays that you can make running the stock gunfire control system just by watching your distance to the next nearest target. So this game was a loss, but I think that it showed a lot of, you know, how to play this ship. You know, obviously not the best game in the world. I could have picked, you know, I probably could have played another couple games, but see if I could get something different. But in general, I thought it really showed how these torpedo reload boats are supposed to play. You know, still 75 main battery shell hits. I'm not, you know, just sitting out there not doing much. If you look, my fire damage with the gun damage is actually more than the torpedo damage, and that should give you an idea of, you know, still, even though you don't have smoke, you can still really get a lot out of these guys. So don't sell your guns short. Anyway, this was the Shiratsuyu game. If you're interested about the builds, leave it in the comments, and I will post a link. I think the website is up finally. If not, I will find some other way to get that information to you guys. So, hope you guys are having a good night, and I will talk to you later.